Since launching RxKnow, we've had an incredible amount of activity as people look up different diseases and medications. I'm going to do a tutorial right now on this, and we'll do it specifically for weight loss. So first of all, you can click on disease, variety of diseases. Obviously, we'll go to weight loss. You can also do it by medication, and that's a different way to go about it. In this case, you can go specifically to Wegovy. So if we start with the disease, we'll go to W, weight loss, we'll click. First thing is a little synopsis of weight loss, and then for additional disease information, we have a direct link to Mayo Clinic. You can read about weight loss that's provided by them. If we come back specifically and look at Wegovy, then we have a variety of different areas where you can gain information about the drug semaglutide specific for weight loss. The first area that we have is a medication guide. This is also at times called the package insert. So I'll highlight a couple things on here. In terms of the package insert, the first thing usually look at are the indications. For Wegovy, it has two indications. One, to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events. And obviously, it has an indication to reduce excess body weight. The dosage of Wegovy starts at 0.25 milligrams and can go up to 2.4 milligrams. Semaglutide is also used in Ozempic. In Ozempic, it goes from 0.25 milligrams all the way up into just 1 milligram. Another key area that you can look at is the titration dosing. Again, this is in the same document. It talks about the initiation, escalation, and maintenance, starting at 0.25 up to 2.4 milligrams. Another good area you can look at in the medication guide is the clinical studies. And here are some graphs that you can go through, and there's a variety of clinical studies and a lot of data that you can look at as well. Also, of course, in the medication guide, it goes through warnings, precautions, and side effects, and I think everyone should be aware of all those. We recommend that you print out the medication guide since it provides such an incredible amount of information. Also on the Wegovy website of RxKnow, we have the TV commercial. So I'm not going to play the whole commercial, but it's directly linked to it. So you can go back and actually look at the commercial that you might have seen on TV. We have the patient website. So there's a direct link to the Wegovy website. It has an incredible amount of information. So you can go through that and use that, look at different patient case studies. It's very important to understand all that information. We have efficacy data. This comes through the Novo MedLink. If we're looking at chronic weight management, they have a variety of different trials here. So they have sustained weight loss, staying on Wegovy, significant weight loss. And all this data is provided for you to understand, the benefits as well as the risk, precautions, and adverse events that can be found with Wegovy. So critical to see and understand the efficacy data related to taking the drug. A little bit different is the link that we have to new articles. And these articles are data-based on the PubMed website, which is a federal website. And we can look at all the different articles that are being, linked to what we would say is obesity and semaglutide. And there's a variety of them. These are over time. There's thousands of articles in this area. An interesting one that I'll point out specifically is new drugs for the treatment of obesity. Do we need approaches to preserve muscle mass? So this was obviously published in a journal. You can click on it. The abstract is available for you to read. If you're interested in buying the article, you can click on the full text article. In some cases, articles are provided by the journals for free. It just depends on the article that you're clicking on and what you want to review. Another important area is savings and support. This links specifically to the Wegovy page where they address copay cards, savings, and ways to sign up so that you have coverage and you have payment options. Clinical trials is also a big area. So specific for Wegovy and obesity, also semaglutide, they talk about all the clinical trials that are undergoing for that. Now, it doesn't mean the clinical trials have been proven effective. It doesn't mean the clinical trials are completed, anything like that. It just says an overall listing of all the clinical trials that are currently recruiting or not yet recruiting. And this is very important if you want to go through and you think this may be an area, or your physician or healthcare provider might think it would be an area that would benefit you. I want to go back to another key area called company MD payments. Wegovy is made by Novo Nordisk. So we have a link directly to Novo Nordisk's payments. We will specifically look at physicians. This is provided by Open Payments, CMS. This shows that Novo Nordisk paid physicians either grants, consulting, food, beverage, nearly $17 million. This goes over time. It highlights some of the key physicians that they utilize. We would consider them key opinion leaders or experts specifically on Wegovy. It breaks down all their payments in a variety of different areas, so compensation, food, beverage, consulting, etc. And it even gets down to the point where it provides the specifics of general payments. And this is only in 2023. The data is a little bit delayed, but it's important that you have the ability to go through and click. You can also download that data overall, so that's important as well. So it's good to understand the company that makes the products that we have, as well as what they would consider key opinion leaders or experts that they utilize that are beneficial for the education of the medication as well as the disease. And then the final area I'll touch on is the adverse events report. This is the FAERS database. Now, this database is interesting because it collects all of the reports by drug provided to the FDA by healthcare providers after the drug was already approved on the market. So all you have to do is go and accept. We will type in Wegovy. We will click go. And the information provided is quite fascinating. You can look at it, case counts by year. We like to look at it specifically by reaction. When you look at reactions, general disorders, administration, site conditions, click on that, gives you a variety of all those different cases that were been offered to the FDA. Gastrointestinal disorders, again, these fall in line with the adverse events. This is what was reported to the FDA. And you can go through all of these. And this is a fascinating way to look at anything that you may have concerns with and what was reported to the FDA. And then you can talk to your healthcare provider about that if you are on or considering taking Wegovy in this case. And that's it. This is all the information that we provide on Wegovy. We do this for over 1,200 different drugs. And we think it's very important for you to understand, get smart, and know your medications. Thank you.